Welcome to your doom.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
I came in with an old favorite. I brought a nice platter of Cardi B lyrics.
Oh no!
So
Eloquence at its best. Yeah,
right.
Let's hear it.
So this is from her ballad "Money."
Okay.
Back in 2018, released on October 22nd. I think I got the second verse here.
I hope
All
she
right.
uses ChatGPT.
Oh my God, Chat.
Oh my God,
We
that's what
can-
we should
oh.
do. Like, hey, like
No. We'll write one when we have to take a
Like-
break to refill. I'll write it. I'll make a Cardi B lyric ChatGPT song.
There we go. That'll be interesting.
Okay. So. Yeah. All right. So money. I gotta fly. I need a jet. Shit. I need room for my legs. I got a baby. I need some money. Yeah. I need cheese for my egg. All y'all bitches in trouble. Bring brass knuckles to the scuffle. I heard that Cardi went pop. Yeah, I did go pop. Pop. That's me busting their bubble. I'm Dasani with the drip. Baby mama with the clip. Walk out follies with a bitch. Bring a thotty to the whip. If she fine or she thick, goddamn.
I hope Jake accidentally reads an N-word, by the way.
No, I'm trying to scan. I'm going to replace it with buddy. All right. Walking past the mirror. Ooh, damn, I'm fine. Fine. Let a bitch try me. Boom, boom. Hammer time.
Hammer time? That is...
So,
that is...
I like this. Like, what do you think she's trying to say? I
Well,
think
she
she's
needs
having...
money.
I
I
think
feel
she's
like it's
having
pretty on the
breakfast.
nose.
She has
Huh?
cheese for her egg.
Yeah,
or I
that's
need cheese.
huevos con queso.
Okay.
I can appreciate that. It's also awful, but no, good for her.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see what ChatGPT comes up with.
Let's do it right now. Let's just
All
give
right.
it a shot. So, hey Siri, help me out with something.
What can I help you with?
Write me lyrics for a Cardi B song taking place in 2023. While this does this, if any
Look
members...
at my now, a decade long in the making. My numbers keep stacking, no break in my pacing. Living the life I dreamed, the pain I'm erasing. Striving for convenience in the Bentley Cavalier.
Get the fuck out.
This is way better than Cardi B. She just blew Cardi B out of the fucking water. So anyways, listeners, if you want, I can send you that connection where basically we can plug ChatGPT into your Siri if you like. Get a hold of me. I'll send you the shortcut.
All right, well...
Good job, ChatGPT,
Wow,
Cardi.
I'm a little surprised by that. I'll go into ChatGPT in a little bit here. I do want to start off, though, Cardi B aside, I want to say...
Oh, wait. Welcome to the Non-Essentials Podcast. I'm sorry.
Oh,
This is episode 111.
Yeah.
We got to change that sign.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Ceremonial 111. That's okay. I can chat GPT fix that.
I'm so mad right now.
No, it's fine. So episode 111, I wanted to say, like, we do have a Patreon page, which all our Patreon members, thank you. Also, I've been reading, and I am supposed to literally beg you to go subscribe to our YouTube page. So if you've subscribed, thank you so much. But also, log in your friend's phone, subscribe for us. That goes a long way for the algorithm. And realistically, without a ton of money to like push it in front of people who don't want to see stuff, which we're not going to do. So anyways, I've bought enough time. We're back.
Fixed it. Okay,
All
anyway, so I do want to thank you all I hope that you all enjoyed the interview that we got to do with Alex Savant last week.
Yeah, I had a
that was
blast.
really fun to do. And big shout out to the Comedy Cabin for having cabinlaughs.com and bringing amazing artists and amazing comics to our area. So let's keep that supported. I wanted to go right into something that we haven't talked about in a while. And I know that I guess we're doing somewhat of a throwback here.
Should we just have ChatGPT on this podcast from
Why
now
don't
on?
we?
Yeah. Okay. So.
Renee's like clenching her fist right now, like, no! I'm just kidding, Renee. It'll replace me. So anyway, this is actually in honor of listener T, our fact checker Tony, because he's not in this week because he is with his wife and she has her booth at C2E2.
Yeah, they're cool
Chicago.
people.
So, but anyway... I learned a new definition for the word milking recently, and I want to thank Tony and a 47-year-old man.
Milking, just how it sounds, the spelling.
Milking, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, I have to say, when I first, I saw, 47-year-old man, my mental image, I was thinking, who's this old bitch, and what did he do? And I started thinking, oh, fuck, he's, 4 years older than me. That's, your mind's eye.
More so, what does it got to do with milking?
Well, hold on a sec. So, anyway, back to Tony and milking.
Okay.
And again... I wish he was here for this so I could make him laugh. But milking is a term used by medical professionals when they're attempting to squeeze the lower intestines, removing a foreign object.
I guess. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Sure.
So this particular object was an inverted drinking glass that he had shoved up his ass in a drunken state.
Bottom first?
Well, it was inverted.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay.
But he did it in a drunken state. And Wisconsin is usually referred to as the drunken state, but this guy happened to be in Nepal. Now, the actual quote, this is said by a medical professional.
I have questions.
Go ahead.
But he did it, or it was like
he did it.
Fell?
They always say they fell.
Like he slipped.
Like,
the one glass in Nepal, the whole town was pissed.
Okay, so anyway, the actual quote here is, milking was attempted to deliver the glass through the anus, but this was unsuccessful as the glass was high up, inverted, and tightly wedged. The man said the glass was
Call
up there.
Santa.
The man said the glass was up there for 3 days, and he couldn't shit. But I do appreciate during those 3 days. But I do appreciate the article that I read did make sure to point out that he was able to fart. So like,
so got around.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the gas is going around, but like, thanks for bringing us the real scoop there, Mr. Reporter. I feel like I haven't like reported on these like glasses up the ass or in the pee hole a lot lately, but I don't know if we should do a PSA for new listeners, but like, if you're going to shove something up your ass, make sure that it cannot create like an internal vacuum, because it will suck up your asshole.
Tapered bottom, people.
Like, and actually, before we started recording, we were talking about one man, one cup.
Yeah.
Or no, one man, one jar. So
no, there's like two type of people in the world. There's people who have seen that, and then there's people who don't know what we're talking about.
I will say, I've always said that there's two types of people in this world. People that will drive behind a log truck, and people that have seen Final Destination. Yeah. So
I'm really disappointed. I'm trying to make like a glass half full pun, but I can't because it's upside down.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's anything. It's empty. It's full of farts.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, anyway, so it'll but because of the vacuum effect, like much like this bottle that I would like to thank. This bottle came to us compliments of Janesville's hottest underground speakeasy, the Sprinkler Pub. So thank you very much for this fantastic bottle of Jameson that we are going to probably finish tonight.
Yeah, it's going down.
But if you were to shove this up your ass, Jake, it would create a vacuum.
Interesting.
Yeah, it would actually schloop. I think that's the onomatopoeia.
I think it would create depression. So,
but unless you want to like have a, I wrote this word down. It's a leprotomy. How do you say it? Leprotomy scar? Basically, where
lapendectomy?
No, it's basically where they turn you into like, you look like you have a Build-A-Bear seam in your abdomen, unless you want one of those where they like have to extract the bottle through you. Like, just, I think maybe if you just drill a hole like in the bottom or keep the cap on.
Sure. I forgot who told me this.
Or maybe
once.
A lanyard.
I think it was one of our listeners in the medical profession, but they said,
"Did you just do like you're starting a lawnmower?"
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yank it out. But I remember one of our listeners said like the sphincter's job is mostly keeping things in.
Yeah,
like that's every bit of its muscle is designed to keep things in, and that's what happens here. Is like it gets past the point of return, and then it just does its job.
Well, I just appreciate like how evolution has worked for us, like as a species, because like we started off as like pond scum, and now we have to get glasses taken out of our ass surgically.
That's a miracle of nature.
Nature is a beautiful thing.
Sure.
Okay, so I do have a listener correction here. This actually came from listener M, and on when we were talking about the movie Cocaine Bear, that's coming out, we couldn't think of the director.
Yes, we could. It was Elizabeth Smart.
I'm so glad he said that, because do you know who Elizabeth Smart is?
It's the chick from the Butterfly Effect.
Close. That's Elizabeth Banks. So Elizabeth Smart, if you don't know who she is, she was the child that was abducted in 2002.
I didn't know she got into directing. Good for her. That's quite a resilient story. I don't think we were wrong.
I'm so glad that you like.
No wonder she's got a twisted sense of humor, though.
I love that you that's your lizard brain. It's that you went Elizabeth Smart.
She also ran England for quite a while.
Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, cool, man. So anyway,
why do we got to remember all this shit? Like
Elizabeth Smart, she was abducted from her home in 2002 and in prison for a year. Now she's a child safety activist and a commenter on ABC News. So thank you very much, listener M, and I appreciate that. That wasn't an accidental drunken thing. Jake just really thought that.
So she didn't direct Cocaine Bear?
No, it's Elizabeth Banks.
the girl from Butterfly Effect did direct Cocaine Bear.
Yes.
Okay, so we were thinking of the right person. We just mixed the words up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were partially wrong.
Who's we? Are you Venom right now? Like you and your child abductee
it was
knowledge?
both of us. With my power of editing, it was both of us. I'll cherry pick a sorry later. Your arms will flail a little bit in post. It's fine.
Just watch how much booze is in my glass, guys.
You're arguing with the architect in the Matrix right now. Like,
oh man, I've got a Matrix show later too. That's funny. So, also speaking of a few episodes back, we were talking about how they want to bring back the woolly mammoth.
let's do it. I'm all for it.
Well, and Jake, do you want to let them know, any new listeners, why they're bringing back the woolly mammoth? Do you remember?
Interestingly, it's I forgot the name in Russia. In Siberia, they theorize that if they bring back large-scale fauna, and you can actually see videos of like elephants knock down trees and stuff like that to feed on them. Well, I guess woolly mammoths would do this, and they think woolly mammoths would basically clear out trees, which would allow more wind, which would lower the temperature of the permafrost up to 6 degrees. So it's actually a counter of global warming is the reason to bring them back.
Yeah,
I don't care what the reason is. I'm glad they're coming back. If we have to wrap it around a good feel, I'll just bring them back because I want to see them.
Yeah,
I don't need a good cause. I just want to look, and we can. So let's do it.
I'm interested. Now, the exact term, I guess, alliteration or is the tamp down the tundra.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, but anyway, I do appreciate though that, but in as humans are, they're like, oh yeah, what's it gonna taste like? You know, so the first thing they did,
I would definitely eat these.
Well, of course. No, now for new listeners, the biotech company has taken the woolly mammoth's DNA sequence and they're working on cloning it, and they're hoping to have the woolly mammoth de-extinct by 2027. Now,
that's so fast because don't they?
They've already started working on it 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. But I think their pregnancy, it's like a 2-year gestational period too. 'Cause I thought they were going to use an Indian elephant, which is the closest living relative.
Yeah.
So it's
there you go.
They don't got regulations over there. We wouldn't be able to do this in Utah.
Well, anyway, so what they've done is they've actually taken cells from the DNA sequence of the woolly mammoth, and they've created a meatball.
100%. I'm going to put that Jurassic Park DNA cartoon right
here.
here.
Yeah. So, well, the meatball right now is on
I love meatballs too. So
I do too. Yeah. Actually, the I titled every one of my little snippets here. This one is "Cloudy with a Chance of Woolly Meatballs." So anyway, a meatball was made from woolly mammoth DNA is now on display at a museum in the Netherlands. The main purpose of this stunt was to show that meat can be cultivated in a lab without hurting animals.
We're gonna get a new disease, guys.
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
this is alien. Like
you thought the bat.
Like
you thought the bat was bad? Wait till the woolly mammoth.
In 6 years, there'll be a UFO. I'll be like, what happened? They'll be like, they brought back the woolly mammoth. Like that disease-ridden. What'd they do? And they made it into meatballs. We thought nukes would get them.
So. I am kind of curious, though. Like if there are any listeners that are vegans or vegetarians, like, would you eat an ethically sourced, like, grown in a lab from cells meat?
I'm curious too.
Because I think the grand aspect of avoiding any sort of animal product is because you don't want to hurt animals, and I'm a meat eater, but I can at least empathize with where you'd come up with that, right?
Sure.
But I am kind of curious, like, where's the gray area, right? So write in and let me know, and I'll talk about it on the next podcast.
Speaking of what we normally do, and we say something stupid after something smart. I remember getting in this debate with someone: is swallowing vegan?
Come?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So listeners,
no, it's not. It's. I mean, they don't even eat honey. Like the real.
That's what I'm saying. But a great reason to spit. Like I'm against it.
I'll put it on my Google.
Yeah,
okay,
there you go.
ChatGPT.
Right, Rory's gonna be the fact checker since Tony's out right now. Okay, so anyway, by cultivating the meat in the lab, they're hoping to cut down on large-scale livestock production, which then in turn will help climate change and then also destruction of wildlife. And I thought this was kind of neat. The spokesperson said, we chose the woolly mammoth because it is a symbol of diversity loss and a symbol of climate change. And like all I can think of is like I'll take the meatball, but I want to get to the point to where like I want that like full on like Flintstones like rack of like slab rack of ribs, that topples the vehicle. That I could get behind.
Yeah, no, it sounds like an evil thing to bring something back just to eat it. It's something we would definitely do. Like,
yeah, no, I love it though. I love that. The first thought was like, well, we can bring back this meat, this woolly meatballs.
Yeah,
we want meatballs, please.
That's how they had to sell it. Be like, we can eat it.
I'm upset though that it's in the Netherlands. I thought that.
Dude, the French.
And they are meatballs.
I'm saying like
Italians.
the French are the ones that eat that songbird, like the ethical.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like it's art. Yeah.
They cover their head with the towel to eat that like songbird because it's.
Yeah, to hide from the shame, which just eat the bird.
like flipping like a nickel in your
mouth.
Like
a lot of French rapists under cloths over there, like nah.
It's not so bad. Huh?
it's a trick to shame. Land on someone else. All right. Speaking of trick and shame, we had a quick break there, and we got confirmation that apparently Cum is not vegan.
Yeah.
So.
Jake,
that might be.
You're not vegan anymore, buddy.
So some people might have to reset their streak. You know what I'm saying?
Like, do you have to like? This isn't even like a joke, but if you take a shot in the mouth and you spit it out, I mean, there's still like.
Yeah, you're not getting
microscopic tadpoles. You got to scope it out or something, huh?
Yeah, I'd imagine the boyfriend would be in trouble.
Yeah. Huh. All right. Well, cool.
I think that should get a pass, especially because he's got to put up with you being vegan.
I mean,
all right, so let's go right into a game.
She probably would never bring it up either. So.
Yeah, of course. It's like they call it a cheat day.
Skeet day.
Yeah. All right, so let's go right into a sex kink. Feels like the right move.
All right.
All right. Man, this is a hard one to pronounce. A stygiophilia. Stygiophilia. I'm awesome at reading. Stygiophilia. And I got three options for you.
Okay, can I at least just say, well, obviously philia or philo is going to be lover or lover of when it's Latin, but styes is something within the eyeball?
So it's S-T-Y-G-I-O.
S-T-Y.
Philia.
I'm thinking like something with eyeball related. No? Okay, never mind.
Well, I mean, I guess. Okay, so number one.
Taking a shot in the eye is not vegan.
This is what their sexual kink would be hellfire and damnation. The second one would be
getting boned up right now.
Purgatory.
Okay.
And the second one would be heaven. I'm going to silence my phone here. So hellfire and damnation, purgatory, or heaven. There's a theme, obviously.
Yeah, the afterlife.
Right.
Well, I mean, I feel like 1 and 2 are the same.
Hellfire and damnation. No, because I like hellfire, like hell. Purgatory is like the middle, and like heaven. I don't know. I'm not up in my theology. I thought it was like the waiting room.
Okay, sure.
It's like you're not getting poked, but you ain't going to get poked.
But you get boned up over the thoughts of hellfire? I'm going to go with that one. I want it to be that one.
I think that's what it is.
Hellfire and hellfire. Okay.
Audience, what do you think?
Good job.
Hellfire?
Good job, you creeps. It was hellfire and damnation. Right?
I got half a pack of certs just thinking about it.
Arousal by the thought of hellfire and damnation.
Okay, so I've got an interesting fact that I just came across. So scientists have used a face mapping program to discover who has the most beautiful face in the world. All right,
wasn't it Angelina Jolie?
I don't know about that.
Probably in the good days,
but she's kind of Aki in my opinion. But,
I think so too. But
like anyway, so but going by this theory, one person, okay, going by the theory of these scientists, whatnot with the face mapping,
did you have me tested?
One person has scored 91.85%. And we talked about her on the podcast a lot last year, actually.
Oh, it's not me? Okay.
I said her. So yes. So anyway, and as soon as I saw the study and I saw the result of it, I immediately thought of a famous line that only the male listeners would really like. And I've heard this quote many times over the years, but it is, no matter how hot she is, somewhere out there's a guy who is sick and tired of putting up with her shit. Okay, which I love.
Is that a hint?
It is a hint because this phrase rings true in this case, especially for Mr. Johnny Depp's recent court case.
I was wondering if that's what that was. It's like that. What connects with shit?
Now, I thought that putting up with her shit was like more proverbial than literal, but it turns out that
that was just the price of crazy.
That Amber Heard has ranked 91.85%. And she has been decided by the face mapping to have the most beautiful face in the entire world.
You know, I actually think this is more of a compliment to Johnny Depp's taste because he's a guy that literally could have a pick of whatever he wants.
We should use him as face mapping?
Well, I'm just saying he was drawn, like the thing that he was drawn to.
I think we're all drawn to it.
Well, no, I'm saying like, but
we just don't want someone to shit in our bed.
Yeah, but if I went to the parties that he went to and stuff, and I was given the option to the women, I don't think I'd pick the one that would score the highest. I'm saying he might have a good eye for symmetry. I don't know.
All right. You don't think you'd pick Amber Heard?
I'm saying I think I'd pick anyone close. I'm saying he seemed. What are the odds that you'd pick the most perfect face?
I mean, I would pick, but I don't think they would pick me. I feel like that's,
Do you
I'm
think,
not Johnny Depp.
That's what I don't know. I don't think I could have picked the most perfectly faced woman out there. I'm saying maybe Johnny Depp has a great eye for symmetry.
All right, well,
bad eye for temperament, but hell of an eye.
Bad nose for shit on his bed. So anyway, I would like to get a round of applause for our number 2, our very own TNEP, Jake Bussey. He scored. You scored number 2 on the most beautiful.
Sounds like she got number 2. She took second.
All right. So since we're on the topic here of wacky court cases,
I did say wacky court cases. I also have something about rich people in California.
In a moment.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So this is actually from listener H. This is an update on last week's court case that Gwyneth Paltrow is doing over her ski collision. Okay. So for new listeners, basically a retired optometrist needs to get his eyes checked because he ran into her and then sued her 7 years later. Now, and I was looking at the description of the situation that he was painting out, and he ran into her, and then they fell down on a ski hill, and it sounds like something that's probably happening right now as we speak.
Yeah,
somewhere. It sounds like something that happens 100 times a day.
It's like the fact where lightning strikes 13 times a second.
Yeah.
Every bunny hill around.
Yeah, is getting struck 13 times a second. So, but he was suing her for $3.1 million. Right, but then a judge decided that he was not able to sue any more than $300,000. Now, I did appreciate the fact that because he fell down, he ran into her, fell down, but since then he's got brain damage, and he went into detail that he cannot enjoy wine tastings anymore. But I did want, this is kind of breaking news today, but it turns out she not only won, she was found not guilty and not liable for the money, but she won her countersuit. Okay. And I don't know if you know this or not, but she did actually do a countersuit against him. And I appreciate the level of kind of pettiness, but also like making an example. She sued him for $1 and legal fees.
Dude, she should have made him sit by a burning candle of hers.
Well,
just
I love it.
All
so
day. She had to bring
for YouTube watchers, we actually have the Gwyneth Paltrow vagina candle that we have right now.
It's been a real Hanukkah candle for us. This thing is taking forever.
Halfway full. Yeah.
So for $1, she sued him. I guess
she sued for $1.
Let's sue her
and legal fees. Yeah, but I don't want legal fees. I'm sure they're far out the ass.
Oh, legal fees too. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, with that being said, I would like to give a cheers.
Hey, good job, girl.
There you go. Yeah, thank you very much to Gwyneth Paltrow and her vagina candle for winning. And on top of that, she could have told the guy to get fucked or something like that, right? Yeah. But on her way out, I mean, she did stay classy. Right, she walked out and she leaned over and said something to him, and I was like, oh, what'd she say? But she said, "I wish you well."
Yeah, twist the knife.
Yeah, and it is nice, and
it's also twisting the knife that we saw this trial again, and not Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, yeah, there you go.
This is another one where I'm like, I've seen Amber Heard shit, I've seen a petty Bunny Hill squabble, but I didn't see possibly the largest sex trafficker in history. With how many times Bill Gates went to his island? Wasn't it it was 36 times?
Really?
You know how many times it took me, how long it took me to go to my grandma's for Christmas? 36 times? 36 years.
I can appreciate that.
That's a lot of times to not notice some cages.
Well,
at the island.
I guess or just hymen-laden massage tables.
What is that? A jellyfish? Right? It's
just another hymen, sweep it in the corner. So anyway, in the grand aspect here of staying out of court and paying court fees, right? Mm-hmm. I would like to shoehorn in Jensen Accounting. So are you tired of all the paperwork that comes with running a small business? Headaches from hundreds of new tax laws? Well, let Jensen Accounting be your Tylenol. Find them on Facebook by searching Jensen Accounting and Consulting. Just a stumble away from Sneakers Bar and Grill in Janesville, Wisconsin. That is Jensen's Accounting.
And if you're like me, you wait till the last minute.
Yeah.
Right now, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be doing my taxes. So I'm going to get a hold of Jensen.
I'm very upset and sad that I had to say the word hymen in the same breath as Jensen Accounting. But.
Yeah, she keeps track. She's a good accountant.
Yeah, she does.
Actually, speaking of money,
coming off your bill.
Speaking of taxes, it's too bad she's not here. She can maybe speak to this. Have you heard of the mansion tax that just went into effect April 1st?
I have not.
Okay, the mansion tax in California is basically it's going into effect. And if you sell,
sounds like something that will never affect me because I don't live in California anymore, and I will never have a mansion.
I hope it affects me. I really do someday. So basically, in California, if you sell your estate for over $10 million, 5.5% of the sale goes to the state to help with the homeless problem, aka into some politician's fucking pocket to help with the homeless problem.
Yeah.
Either way, this has caused like a scrambling effect where basically people are putting homes on the market at far depreciated values. I only grabbed one example here because it was relative to me. Everyone knows Kat Von D. Kat Von D, she capitalized on the tattoo craze, and she arguably came out of it pretty well. She originally paid, I think it was $15 million for her mansion, and she recently just sold it for $7.75 million.
But why? But here's my question: is if $10 million is the cap, why aren't people selling it for like $1 under that?
I think it's because it created
or whatever the fees would be.
I think it's because it created a buyer's market.
Oh, okay.
Basically, like if there's a lot of homes over that price tag, and it's kind of like a cascading effect. And here's the other thing: no one wants a house over that much now.
Yeah. So
it's an interesting. I don't know. I haven't read enough about it to really know how I feel about it. I do think it's a good move to, direct resources to homeless people. And it's one of those things like,
I mean, if you got
taking the best homes to help
for,
people without homes.
Yeah.
I like that symmetry in life, I guess.
Balancing. Yeah, I get it. I mean, it does kind of, like I said, it doesn't really affect me. I once they start doing like Wisconsin shack tax, I think that I can start sweating
Takes
bullets.
the first sip of your PBR. And you're like, fuck. Goddamn, Uncle Sam.
You got to spit out the cigarette butt that was put out in it.
Yeah, so that's the mansion tax.
Huh.
Appropriately named. That's another thing I would do. Like, I like that this one's named that, but I've made this joke for a while. Like, I swear I could fix this country pretty quick. Not the whole thing, but I would do this. I would pass a law, or I would propose a law, and the third article of that law would make me emperor for life, right? And you couldn't undo it or anything like that.
That's like wishing for a million wishes.
Right. It would it would make me ruling emperor for life, and I would call this bill the Don't Rape Grandma Bill. And I would propose it, and I would love to hear anyone speak as to why we should be able to rape grandma. Then, like, the fourth article in the bill would be, like, no more naming bills. Because they use it as a way of, like, plowing something through. They do that shit all the time.
It's the People's Republic of China. Because they're such a democracy.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Like, if you want to do this bill stuff, it needs to be, like, docket 5, X2986, paragraph 4,
it's all in a
article
name. I can
10.
appreciate that. It does sound a little scary. Now, speaking of scares, I have a fear for you if you're ready.
Of course.
All right. So, much like Jake's kink here, and listeners, I love it when you write in and let me know what you're thinking here. I have a fear here for Jake. Now, feel free to play along. This is one truth and two lies. So, I've got ithyphallophobia. Ithyphallophobia. Ithy. Okay. Ithy. Sounds like a lisp of saying issy. Ithyphallophobia. Number 1, the fear of having or seeing an erect penis.
It sounded like fear of a tiny penis. Like an ithyphallophobia.
Number 2, the fear of fingers and toes. Number 3, the fear of a body of troops standing or moving in a close formation.
Jesus, I mean...
2, 3?
I mean, the one outlier is the one off of the body. But I nailed it that last time, so I think you're going to switch it up on me. I'm not going to go for the obvious bait, which would be the penis one.
You're not going to go for the penis?
Yeah.
That's a change.
But your laugh makes me think that I'm going in the right direction you want me to the toes. So I'm going to go with the penis one.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Are you?
I'll take a number 1, please.
All right. Okay. Any ones? Any ones? All right.
2.
So I'll be honest with you. I'm furious right now because I thought for sure because it has phal, and I figured he was gonna think it was 2 on the nose for phallic. So I looked up. I literally looked up. Well, there's phalanges, fingers and toes. And then I looked up. Well, there's the phalanx. Which is
Did I walk backwards through your footsteps in the snow on this one?
Piece of shit. God damn it! I'm sick of it. I'm really getting frustrated.
I got like rock paper scissors.
So anyway, so if you have ithyphallophobia, that means that you have a fear of seeing or having an erect penis. It sounds Sounds like the opposite of
sounds
those
like-
Extends commercials.
It sounds like seeing an erect penis and having one should be two different feels.
What if
Because I think I have one.
What if you? What if you're turned on by fears, but then also you're like be like
It's a short circuit.
You'd be like an Uroburo, a snake eating itself, like
I actually saw a video about
just
that.
turned on by how scared your penis is.
I was going to tell you about that because we always talk about Ouroboros with snake eating itself. And
Did you see the same video I saw with the hand sanitizer?
He fixed it with the hand sanitizer.
Okay, so there was. I almost brought this up because I was like, I don't know if this is actually
I didn't think
like
they actually
radio
did
worthy.
that.
Okay, so. So listeners, if you don't know what an Uroburo
A
is,
snake had both clits in its mouth.
okay, longtime listeners know that snakes have two clits.
Yeah.
But this snake, I guess snakes do this in real life. I just thought it was like some Nordic shit that they put out. But snakes, if they're stressed out, they will start swallowing their tail, and it will just turn into basically, I don't know if I can.
Dude, there's like a
disc
dog.
golf or
Like
something.
a dog's like, no way.
Yeah, that's like a frisbee.
He made it.
So anyway, but like in order to get, because the snake's mouth, I mean, the teeth are pretty intense. I mean, we joked about the snake's mouth looks like a pussy anyway with teeth, like vagina dentina, right? But the in order to get the snake to regurgitate itself, he literally just squirted hand sanitizer on, and I don't know if it was the alcohol or the scent or whatever, but the snake was like,
It worked like a charm.
Literally threw up its own tail faster than I can think of. So I don't know if you could put a clip of that.
I'll find it. That's funny that you saw that too, because it
Yeah.
was like I saw it and I
I
immediately
honestly was
thought
like,
about
I
it.
thought about bringing it up, but I was like, I don't know how to make that work.
Exactly. It was like too much to explain, but it dovetailed nicely in this.
Yeah, there you go. So man, I'm so bummed. He's been batting like 1,000 with all of my shit.
Yeah,
and
I'm
I
in a
am-
hot streak.
I
was in a
actively-
slump for a while too.
I'm
so
actively like doing my best to lure him in a different way and want to kick him in the
that one I was like the dog that didn't bark. You know, go for it.
All right.
All right. So, anyways, I want to get into my favorite story of the week,
Okay.
and this one is quite possibly a catfish. I didn't have time to completely confirm, but for the most part, they think it happened. But an Ozark pastor has claimed prayer regrew a female congregant's 3 amputated toes in 30 minutes after they were shot off by an ex-husband.
Oh, I was gonna say, did he cure diabetes?
No, you're right. Yeah.
They grow back.
God bless you with celery.
And 3 walks a day.
Oh my Jesus! All right, so basically, and the woman was there to back the claim up, but she refuses to show proof, which is the big red flag. But we're gonna go ahead with it anyways.
But her husband wasn't isn't incarcerated because of.
Well, I think he is. I think he is now for the attempt. So, because he was trying
How
to
do
kill
you
her.
attempt to shoot a toe off?
It's more than that.
I feel like you either
No.
do it or don't.
So, James River Church Pastor John Lindell claimed guest pastor Bill Johnson healed Christina Sue Dean's amputated toes.
Is
These
it
are all
guest
very,
pastor?
very, yeah, these are very Ozarkian names. I imagine it was on a riverboat. So,
I mean, like a guest pastor sounds like, hey, I'll be swinging through your area. Anybody got toes?
yeah, yeah. We'll get together, perform some miracles. All right, so she was shot back in 2015. And many are calling for a photo of the feet to prove it, and she is refusing. Basically, she filed for divorce, and she was at a friend's house. It's back in 2015 when the ex came sneaking in through the garage door, and her and her friend escaped through a window, not before being shot. And I got to tell you,
It sounds like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
I think like the bigger miracle was it said she had a 12-inch hole in her abdomen, lost half her stomach, and 3 toes. So I imagine she was like falling backwards, saying no, and trying to kick the gun.
That's the cops coming.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that. Sorry, we got a siren going on in the background. I didn't add this in for effect. And that was apparently before, like, honestly, when she's like a 12-inch hole in the abdomen. You remember the movie Death Becomes Her?
Well, all I'm thinking of is, did she swallow a glass? And the cops had to get it.
Right, true.
The doctors had to.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how do you say that word? Laparotomy? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway,
So-
Build-A-Bear seam.
Build a bear scene. But basically, she attended and it's called a, quote, creative miracle service, which I'm like, how's a miracle not creative? You just call it a miracle.
Yeah.
At James River Church, again, probably Riverboat, where basically they prayed over her for 30 minutes, and apparently the toes reformed. And this
It's
is
like a gecko.
and it was more than that. It was.
Popping out.
Gross.
Like the turkey's done. Those are
Yeah.
toes. Like,
So
I
apparently,
hope it was actually like Deadpool, where it was like, remember the movie Deadpool, where it's like all like this, like a tiny little decrepit hand, where he's like, oh no, it's great, man. You grab your dick, like it looks super
huge.
big. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they should at least look into like maybe there's a big uranium deposit under the James River Church. I don't know.
Oh, I grew a sixth one.
But there's a timeline. It said in 30 minutes the toes had reformed, and within an hour the nails regrew, with an accent. That wasn't the only miracle. Apparently, they've been known to put cartilage back in knees and build a kidney.
Huh. All right.
So,
I mean, it sounds like you're making woolly mammoth meatballs.
this is that thing. Like maybe this isn't a sensation. Let's say it's real. Let's say it's actually true. I don't think it's true. You know what I mean? Maybe.
I would literally bet my Wisconsin shack that it is not true.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat here. But what if it was?
Are you in the same riverboat?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I
want.
It's a hell of a thing to claim to bring a kidney back.
If we have any listeners in the area, please visit that.
Seriously, this sounds like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. You know, where they just get together and they pray and they dance over the Bible. I just recently watched that movie, Old. It sounds like the reverse of this. Not a bad movie, actually. The acting.
Is this your movie recommendation?
You know what?
Old?
I will recommend it. Not for the actual movie, because the acting was actually atrocious. It was like anime level
Sounds like
dialogue.
an anti recommendation.
Yeah,
then
it was M. Night Shyamalan at his best and worst at the same time, where he's like, I'm gonna throw a twist in there, and you knew it was coming.
It was young the whole time.
Yeah, yeah, but basically, it's like they go to this beach, and time moves fast, and so some really weird, funky shit happened. It's a movie worth watching because it's got a fun little twist. I want a real twist for M. Night Shyamalan. Direct a movie without your fucking name on it. There's a twist.
All right. Well,
so anyways, stay out of Missouri.
I've got a nice twist for you, and I've labeled this one "A Tale of Two Siblings." So this is there's a popular YouTuber. His name is Aiden Ross.
Mm-hmm.
He live streams himself watching videos and pictures sent to him by fans.
Sure.
And he and his sister, they actually kind of like rose to fame because on their channel they started they would play video games and whatnot, right?
Okay.
Well, he's actually created quite a name for himself and gained like a solid fan base.
Sure.
You know, and so fans sent him videos and he like watched and reacts. Well, a fan sent him a video of a tree being cut down, and then it immediately did a quick cut to his sister, and you see his sister. She's also created quite a name for herself and gained a solid OnlyFans base, and so actually like it's literally no, you're not gonna.
I'm listening.
Okay. It's a tree getting cut down, and then it immediately, as he's watching it, snaps right to a naked picture of his own sister.
Mm.
And he's just like, you could just see he turns his face away and just utter an absolute disappointment.
Okay.
Washes over him.
So people are torturing him on his own channel with pictures of his naked sister.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Well, so, and actually, and I do know, a similar situation, but obviously not nearly widely viewed, but I have a buddy of mine who is part of, this, private Facebook group where they would, share nudes of each other's exes and whatnot on there, right?
Okay.
And, anyway, one of the guys posted pictures of my buddy's sister, on there.
Okay.
And whom you know, so I'll tell you later. But anyway,
let's go look. Let's pause it. I'm not above.
I don't have access to it.
I'm not above this. Chat
Anyway,
GPT, get us there.
But I will say that little snippet right there was obviously a breach of trust. But the situation with the sister for this Aiden Ross, his sister has an OnlyFans page.
Okay.
Right? And I just wanted to bring up, first of all, that her OnlyFans page is $15,000 a month. So whoever...
So just their uncle's a member.
Yeah, I think so. I just wanted to, hats off to her guidance counselor because I didn't receive that kind of information.
No.
That I could do that, right? But, now when Aiden's sister first joined OnlyFans, he posted a video reacting to the news. He's like, listen...
That means it's his sister sending the picture to him because no one is paying that.
I mean,
I think I cracked the guy. There's no way that someone, if they are paying that, they're going to abduct and kill her. They're going to Elizabeth Smart her eventually.
They're going to Elizabeth Banks her.
Yeah. So this was her trying to advertise on her famous brother's page by being like, "Oh, look what happened by accident."
Oh, are you saying she pulled a Kardashian?
Yeah, she's like, "Wow, step bro."
Leaked her own nudes.
Yeah, she's
you know what?
in a dryer.
didn't think about that. But it's kind of like last week when we were talking about Edward Dare getting. I thought he was blowing the dog, but it turns out Rory said that the dog was probably fucking him.
I think the sister's hilarious.
You know what? Good for you.
Good for you. No one's paying $15,000 a month for this.
Yeah,
I'm calling bullshit. Unless you got like a Saudi prince that's gonna scoop you up like that Batman scene where he yanks him out of the building.
And then he's like, "Oh, she's still Diamond."
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, but like he did post a video where he was reacting to the news, but making it clear that he did not want to hear about it and wasn't going to mention it at all on the stream.
That'll stop the internet.
Thank you. There you go. I said that's actually the fastest way to instigate a troll. You know, like,
seriously, just come on and be like, that was pretty funny, guys. You know, just like roll with it.
I mean, lean into it. You know, but I mean, I will say that is like the day and age that we are in now. Like, if you are on the internet, even if you don't mean to, if you're on the internet long enough nowadays, you're eventually you're gonna come across like a naked picture of your sister or your mom or someone you don't want to see. You know.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't. I'm just saying, like, it's like shit is like so carpet bombed out there nowadays. I don't know. Like last week, you were talking about like you're fine if someone hacks into your computer and catches you jacking off.
Yeah, it's like I'm old enough where it's like, you want to look at my camera? Go for it. You got nothing better to do. Yeah. I'm here.
All right.
Like, I don't care. Hi, kids.
Yeah. So there you go. You know what? I do appreciate though. Like, I honest to God never thought that she did it herself. I've just thought it was a bunch of trolls that like formed a subreddit page that.
I just don't see anyone paying that kind of money for that. The $15,000 a month.
You get 15,000 people that throw in a buck.
I'm sorry. Wait, you said she makes $15,000 a month?
She charges $15,000.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's her.
Yeah,
that's her doing
it. Damn it. All right, let's go back. I'm gonna redo that one.
It's got to be.
It's probably her the whole time, guys. I don't. Why did I go Alex Jones with that? Like, they're making the frogs gay. All right, that was my conspiracy voice. All right, so do you want to end on a catfish?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this is going to follow the same algorithm as the two lies and the truth here. And honestly, I may honestly hit you in the penis if you guess this one. I'm so fucking pissed. I literally, on that last one, I was like, he's not going to get it. I thought you were going to go for phalanges. I even read it aloud to our work colleague earlier today. He went phalanges.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, hell yeah, I fucking got his ass. And then he went wiener. So anyway, I should have known he'd gravitate towards it. He knows he's not vegan and he's a meat eater. All right. So anyway, so I want you to guess.
Hold on. Should we back it up real quick? The argument that's going on.
You want to back the dick up?
No, the would you rather that's been like flying around the shop all week.
Oh. All right, go ahead, and then I'll do the.
Mostly because I want to ask the audience here.
I want to hear the
This has been one that
you know what we got Scott in the. Scott is never gonna come again. Like, this is his first time here. He's gonna nope out.
Scotty gonna come again?
Hell yeah! It's not vegan. All right.
Listen, he brought whiskey for us. Okay, so this has been the would you rather that's been torturing the shop all week, and I love it because I never knew my coworker had such an aversion to cum.
Yeah,
like such a strong one. Okay,
I mean, I don't like it.
Nobody likes it. No one.
I'm not like ooh. No, I'm like a Jackson Pollock painting. You know?
No one likes it. Okay, so what it is would you rather? I think it's eat 3. I think the original was teaspoons of cum, or a pound of mustard.
Mustard, hands down. Whose cum is it?
Thank you.
Does it matter? I guess it kind of does, but still, like.
I'm sorry, dude. I have such a hate for mustard. I'm going cum on this one.
What's the mustard though? Because I like stone ground.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna have to taste it twice. You know,
like, you puking it up?
Yeah, a pound of mustard. That's an insane amount of mustard.
That is a lot of mustard. But honestly, I like stone ground mustard, and or whole kernel or what is it? What's it? Yeah, you like it too?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah,
dude! A pound of mustard. Like, I think this is a pound. That's hot.
Oh yeah.
So like,
Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy is very hot. Listeners that
98.6.
Yeah. Listeners that are. Jake just grabbed a hot candle and regrets it immediately. Honestly, I thought that a pound was more than that, so I'm going mustard all day long.
All right, that's where we divide. Rory,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Any cum drinkers? No, just Jake. All right, there you go.
Is it a drink at 3 tablespoons?
You know what? But here's when they were saying this, I said, hold on. without putting your mouth on it, you have to drink it from the tap. You know, meaning you gotta. I mean, and then of
That's
course,
a couple taps. For the
well, no. Then he goes, that's not so bad. I'll just shoot in the back of your throat. Half the work's done, basically.
This is like a brandy sniffer next to a fire.
Oh,
just
it's
like
got legs. You have to see if it like a wine glass.
There's a dark room and a nice atmosphere.
Oh,
as opposed to the mustard's fluorescent and a shitty counter.
I was gonna say a dark room with a black light.
Yeah.
Oh, you
fine.
just see like a puddle next to Jake. Hey, you piece of shit.
That's fine. It'd be great to be like, all right, we'll see you later. You'd still be halfway through that mustard, just hating your life.
Knowing that I did not drink cum or going mustard. All right. Thank you for tormenting us with that. Are you ready for catfish?
Sure, let's do it.
Fucking disgusting motherfucker. Okay, so, all right. See if you can find see if you can get a handle on the theme here. Number 1. Handle making class gives obscene suggestion for online students to test their grip strength. Okay. Number 2. Chelsea Handler admits she's secretly a unicorn in her new memoir, My Horn is My Best Accessory. And number 3, meerkat expert sentenced over assault on monkey handler.
Jesus. Who's Chelsea Handler again?
Co-host. That blonde co-host. Or not co-host, host. Who? Yeah. She's a comedian.
Okay.
You want me to read them again?
Yeah, I'm not getting the theme here. Like
handle.
Yeah, getting a handle on thing.
It's literally every single thing. All right, I even said.
I said I'm not getting a handle on it.
Yeah. All right. What the fuck? Anyway, he's been drinking too much cum.
It was a joke. I said I'm not getting the handle on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So number 1, handle making class gives obscene suggestion for online students to test their grip strength. Number 2, Chelsea Handler admits she's secretly a unicorn in her new memoir, My Horn is My Best Accessory. Number 3, meerkat expert sentenced over assault on monkey handler. Audience?
We're going 3, 2.
Blast off?
All right. I'm going to try to read at him here. I have no idea what this one is, but I have a sense that he wouldn't put number 1 to be the answer twice in a row. So I have a 50-50 chance between 2 and 3. I'm going to do, all right.
No.
Cap up is 3.
No,
cap up is 2. 2.
All right.
You're going too fast. I'm going 3. Number 3, monkey meerkat.
So this happened back in 2015. So Chelsea Handler, I'm just kidding. No, a former meerkat expert in London Zoo. Fuck you.
Are you serious?
Yeah. A former meerkat expert in London Zoo has been ordered to pay compensation to a monkey handler she attacked with a wine glass in a love spat over a llama keeper. Caroline Westlake, who worked with meerkats...
I still don't know what happened.
I know. Caroline Westlake, who worked with meerkats, was sentenced to 12 months of community service and paid 800 euros to the victim of her assault, a monkey handler, Kate Sanders. The assault happened at an employee Christmas party at a zoo last year. When the two women were arguing about a third zoo employee, llama keeper Adam Davies, the designation of former meerkat expert does not mean Westlake is no longer an expert, but she was fired from the zoo over the incident.
My God, I don't know what happened.
Okay, so so there's a zoo party.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the zoo Christmas party. There's a woman who she is an expert on meerkats.
Sure.
Okay, and then she got into a fight with a lady who is a monkey handler who takes care of monkeys. They both, presumably, liked a llama keeper.
Okay.
Okay, at a zoo.
Sure.
There's multiple animals at a zoo sometimes. Yeah. So anyway, so there was a fight that broke out with a wine glass that was obviously did some damage, and now fuck you.
At least it didn't end up someone's ass. That's all I'm saying.
All
right.
So
well, hey, great. This has been episode.
I cannot. What? How the fuck are you? You're like Mr. Magoo.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're like fucking stumbling through everything that I'm fucking laying out for you, and somehow coming on top, and I hate every part of you for it. Can I just end it on this?
Drunken master. Oh yes.
No, I gotta bring up Dead City Coffee here. Okay. All right. So, Dead City Coffee Born in Hell, roasted in Wisconsin. This is Heavy Metal Coffee Roasters. You can find them on their website at deadcitycoffee.com, on Instagram at Dead City Coffee, and on Facebook at Dead City Coffee. So this here is Doom Spreader, and I have been starting my mornings out with it, and it is fantastic.
I really
stuff.
do like this stuff, and this is not just a needless plug. Like I generally, and Adam knows, I like to put like French vanilla. I like to really,
when Jake first
I
started
like
getting
to
into coffee, he's
Starbucks
like,
my coffee up.
when Jake was first getting into coffee, like years and years ago, this is the Folgers before the good stuff.
Yep.
He's like, I think I'm really good at taste for coffee. I'm like, you're getting a taste for French vanilla because
And
he
why
was basically 50-50 in it. Okay?
And why wouldn't you? But seriously, like our buddy here, he makes good stuff, and I'm actually like drinking it just black in the mornings too.
Yeah, no,
which
it's fantastic coffee. So thank you very much. So visit Dead City Coffee at deadcitycoffee.com or Instagram Dead City Coffee or Facebook Dead City Coffee. And if you also want to have Dead City Coffee, you can go to the Comedy Club in Janesville, Wisconsin, where they exclusively serve Dead City Coffee.
Yep.
So thank you very much, Rocky, and thank you very much, Nathan, at the Comedy Cabin. And it's been episode 111.
It's been a great one.
Yeah, I'm so mad.
I can see like this is like
I
when Adam
actually-
gets mad, he has like the anger
vein brain.
under,
I get
anger
vein
is
brain,
under,
like-
and he tries to do the normal things on top, and the anger ruins it. So he can't even speak.
Yeah. Well, and I also I have a ithithalophobia right now, so I've got a boner that I'm scared of. So later, boners.
I'm so glad you didn't start with the cum joke because it was literally like 5 minutes and then the rest was cum and dick.
Yeah, Jake's like, I don't want to start off.
You met me at a very strange time in my life.
Oh, the cum thing, I'm kind of curious. I'm sure you can re-hit it, but like...
I hate to start out with cum every time. Here's the thing. It's like, we really don't... I mean, yeah, we talk about cum.
I was going to say, I carpet bump every conversation with cum. Cum.
Yeah, but it's a hard start on YouTube. Someone's like, oh, who are these guys? And we're just like, anyways, I said her pussy's not pretty tight, but she's stupid.
Okay,
That's
so...
like the most thumbs down we've ever got.
Do you remember Ladies Man, the movie?
Yeah.
I love that movie so much. But when they're trying to like, oh, no. Like, the race is... He's like, so when you blah, 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 doggy style. I'm like, oh. And they're like, no. The racy stuff's in the beginning, but you can just fast forward. So the guy's like, the radio executive, he's fast forward. He's like, so anyway, doing it doggy style? And he's like, doggy style is my...
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.